DSP when I was in college. Matter of fact, I paid for my police academy by working for Grime. I get it, but you need to make sure that you focus on yourself first, because I can guarantee you your DSP don't give a shit about you. You're
That's
just
true.
another number. I'm gonna be straight. So focus in on
This is
yourself.
true. This is true.
Yeah. I mean, all they want you to do is deliver 250 packages at 400 stops. And then when you get done, they want you, when you work hard and get done early, they're going to want you to go pick up other people's slack and do more work. I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's why I
You need
became
to
a
slow
cop.
down in both directions, not just north.
So make sure that you know, take care of yourself first. Okay.
Well, they got a
I will do.
microphone in the back, 2 roads.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just
I didn't
reached
know
forward
that.
and grabbed it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And just before EMS arrives, can you take your mask off real quick just so I can look at your face? I want to see that jawline you got.
I think he's chiseled by the god.
I figured.
Oh, my Lord.
Absolutely. Okay, you can put it back on. I
Romeo.
just needed to verify.
They
your
call me
identity.
Romeo.
Okay. I mean, hey, I look, you know, like a cheetah.
Officer.
Hey, hello.
It's you.
I had a car fall on me. A van,
No,
actually.
I don't have to leave. You know, buddy, not too bad. It looks like you got a. Okay, yeah. Let's let me ice back you a little bit. It's a bit of swing on your head.
Partially my
swing in your
fault.
chest.
I was trying to flip this van over, but these things are bottom heavy, and I think I put a little too much oomph in it, so I rocked back onto him.
That
Damn, you're
motherfucker benches
self-snitching?
680, bro. Or no, he squats 680. That's crazy.
680.
Yeah.
You must feel like a pretty good carb and shit, right? Calves and hamstrings.
Yeah.
Very vigorous workouts. He does CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Oh.
It's kind of like Zumba, right?
No, I don't do any
CrossFit's
CrossFit.
Zumba.
You don't do the pull-ups?
First of all, Zumba is a great way to not only stretch and get your heart rate going, but to actually build tone muscle. Okay, I did a little bit of Zumba. All right, I tried it out, and it was fun.
Really?
I had a great time. Absolutely. Unfortunately, the Zumba class at my gym got canceled because there wasn't enough people showing up. But I was one of the few in that class that was just absolutely going at it.
That's like
Sweating,
where you do the
dripping.
really light weights, but kind of like a lot of calisthenics, right?
And a lot of, like, you know, moves that could be almost incorporated to, like, sort of like
Like a yoga
dance
type.
moves, but
Oh,
more
okay.
like, you know, kind of erotic.
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're really good with the hip thrusting, you're saying?
Absolutely. It's all about.
Gotcha.
It's like as Shakira said, you know, the hips don't lie.
Those hips don't lie, man. I can
Mhm.
Well, you could still do Zumba. You know, they probably got some YouTube videos. You know, you could
tell.
pop one
We're
in.
good to go.
Yeah, old age catches up to you quick. Before you know it, you're 37. You got crow's feet forming around your eyes, and you got the Grand Canyon right across your forehead. Welcome to my life.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Man, can you? Thank you,
Oh,
Doc. I
no.
feel
Thanks,
great
Doc.
now.
No worries, man.
Thank you,
I
sir.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
What else you guys need? While I'm here.
It's just to make sure, is he medically cleared to, you think, drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm aware now for sure.
Seeing a,
Alright, awesome.
doctor, you know, whenever you're free, just to get the ribs checked out.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's, yeah, just to get those checked out. And next
Okay, sounds
Try to
good.
put a little compression band just hold in place, you know.
Let me verify something.
Just in case you have fracture or broken, heal them back in the place. Alright?
Bet that.
Alright. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be hanging out.
Yeah. And thank you too, officer. You know, taking care of me. You know, staying here.
Yeah.
Locals get crazy, so.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you really should, as I mentioned, focus on yourself, you know, your driving record,
Dispatch 131.
and your safety, because, yeah. And not to mention, like, I'm not going to give you a ticket now, but I'm just saying, if I was to give you a ticket for negligent driving, definitely is going to go on your record, and you're going to have to pay the fine. You understand?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right, go take care of yourself, rest up, and make sure that before you start another shift that you're in a able state of mind to drive safely, okay? Don't want to give you any tickets. I don't want to take your money from you, but I really need to make sure that you understand the importance of driving safe, okay?
Understand, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. If you don't got any questions or need anything from us, you're free to hop back in that vehicle and continue onward, sir. Godspeed.
All right, Mr. Cruz, you have a good one. Stay safe.
Have a great day. There's a vehicle coming, so make sure you look in your mirrors before you transition, okay? There's a vehicle.
All right.
Dispatch 130 tonight.
Perfect. From start to finish there, y'all did well. Now, I will say, just to provide context to the situation, although you said you pretty much said show me out of the 1050. It's probably worth indicating some additional context there. Dispatch 130, show me out with the flipped over vehicle along Buccaneer Way. Because a 50 could be a minor fender bender, but by giving that additional context in that situation specifically, we'll also get EMS on alert. Not necessarily something's going to be added to their list of things, but they'll at least have some additional insight versus, again, a vehicle accident could be a minor fender bender. Right. Overall, today y'all have been great so far. Obviously, the things that can be improved upon with processing. But again, those are all going to be... Go for PD?
Yeah, I think I got that one. I
Hold on
understand the
1
mistake.
second. Wait.
3 individuals down here at the sanitation.
Hey, from 130 en route. Let's head over to sanitation.
I understand now with that processing, like, no matter what, always soft up them.
Sanitation all the way west. Continue all the way west. Do not slow down. Obviously for the intersections, glance in each direction, but don't slow down to where we're coming to a complete stop.
Copy.
You have your
Yeah, I
speed
just
limiter
think,
on?
Larry, something... Sorry, what was that?
You have your speed limiter on?
No.
Okay.
This car's engine was just a little bit out of
I'm going to
shape.
call it out, number 23.
Dispatch 130, 23, sanitation.
Don't park right behind the ambulance like that. You can pull off to the side.
You hear the sirens on this sample?
Yes.
Further south.
Oh yeah, we've been bunked.
Bunked as well. So bunked is hit by a wrench.
Yeah, we got bunked over a cabinet.
One was down there.
Over a
Oh
cabinet.
no. Jesus. Y'all okay?
Oh,
Alrighty, we got-
yeah. As good as one can be after doing sanitation.
Physically, yes.
Yeah.
Mentally, no.
Goddamn right.
Alright,
Who was
buddy,
that?
Blood's gonna help you out. It's gonna feel a lot better.
Wait a
I'm gonna finish
minute.
wrapping you up, and then I'm gonna get to your friends. Okay?
What?
Is that who I think it is?
Yes. Ooh.
Is that-
I think I'm thinking of the same person.
Who? Which one?
Oh,
The middle one.
The middle here?
Rhodes.
Oh yeah, he's one.
Yeah,
of
you
that's
did this
me.
to me, Rhodes.
How'd I do this?
Look at me. I'm picking up trash.
Hey, buddy, you with me?
I'm picking up trash.
Well, you know, I'm glad to see you picking yourself up. It's good after the discussion we had.
Roads. This is fucked up.
What?
If you never threw the book at me, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be on the ground right now.
If I didn't have a reason to throw the book at you, then you wouldn't have been charged.
True.
That is true.
All right.
Well, it looks like he's
I know,
in here with
Sterling
a
is
blunt
looking around.
object here.
All right.
Yeah, I got a broken left arm and
Okay.
I can't
There's like one
believe
thing.
this. I'm so sad.
It's gonna be okay, bud. It's gonna be okay.
I just did Sandy for 3 hours and they took my shit. Oh, I can't believe this.
I'm about to lose it.
I'm actually.
is he on?
Grant, it's okay. Hold my hand. Yes, it's
Hey,
me.
no robbing in here.
I know.
Huh?
I know.
Hey, no robberies in here, man.
Hey,
I'm
whoa!
just
Put that
saying.
knife
It's
away.
getting worse.
Okay, well,
getting
now
worse,
that you're
man.
here,
It
I
doesn't
can-
get better.
Listen, this place is. Hey, you heard about the tails down here?
I don't come here very often.
Well, yeah. Well, then you ain't doing your job then, man, because it's a hot spot here for motherfuckers like me, you know, getting fucking finessed out here.
Getting finessed. It's a hot spot for finessing.
Yeah,
It
but like,
is.
yeah, but like, not really finessing. They ain't no finessing it. It's just straight up, give me your fucking materials. I ain't never happened to me, but I've just heard tales, you know. That's why.
Yeah,
That's why I
okay.
got the knife out. That's why I got the knife out. So just, you know.
My heart
Right.
I
again.
got. You gotta
My
stay 10
brain.
toes down here.
Yeah. No. Totally understand. Y'all can continue doing what y'all's is doing. All right.
Sick.
I'll be honest,
so much.
I was coming to work and I pulled up and there's an ambulance here and I feel like now it maybe not a good idea. What's happened? Somebody been stabbed.
Tire marks?
There are injured people here.
Oh god.
Right down there.
Oh no. What's
Oh
happened
no,
to her?
that's just accident from
They
the
got
job.
finessed.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, those garbage trucks.
Goddamn right.
It's not funny.
I'm not
You shouldn't be laughing. That could be you.
I'll
Than
be honest.
blood.
I'll be honest, Rhodes. I'm allowed to laugh. I got robbed the other day because
No
people were
weapons or
dressed
anything.
up as garbage bag, jumped
Alright.
out the truck, and tried to pick them up to put them in the back of the truck. And then they pulled a knife out and robbed me for everything I had.
I assume it was
Damn.
2 different people.
I mean, as horrible as it was to get robbed, it was also, you know, I thought, fair enough, you know, that's very clever.
A trash bag. My goodness. That's.
It
Mm-mm.
was just talking to me a second ago.
It's not talking to me.
Oh god. Maybe
Hey,
they...
right
Maybe-
over here, sir.
Yeah, I've been
Talking.
speaking. Hello? I was
I haven't
speaking.
heard you.
Oh,
it's
hello?
the kid.
Well, I'm glad you
Why'd you say it like that?
Oh, yeah, I'm conscious. Hello.
He
No,
gets shy around doctors.
I'm just wondering what he did.
You guys able to help me load him into the ambulance?
Think it's likely he pissed somebody off?
I don't know.
Do you
I
need
mean,
any help?
or they just wanted his materials, to be fair. I mean, one of the two.
That and then the guy in the middle has been taken away right now. He's got a mouth on him.
Oh.
I know this
Oh.
personally because I had to throw the book at him.
Oh, right. Well, so yeah, you can probably imagine.
He's not
what
my
happened then,
biggest
can't you?
fan at
Oh.
all by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, Rhodes, I have experienced your policing for many years, and I understand it's
Yeah,
very
that
give and
was-
take. You know,
Big brain.
Uh-huh.
people don't be an asshole to you, you won't be an asshole to them.
Exactly.
But if they do, then they're not going to win. So there's
One
points.
second. Go for 130.
Do you guys still need 77's sanitation?
Negative. We should be Ocean King.
Copy. $130, 862, 47s are loaded up.
Sterling, did you pick up the evidence down here?
Negative. I need to photograph and collect it.
I mean, I'm gonna take backup photos, but I'll have you primarily take everything.
Copy.
EMS, we're just gonna finish gathering evidence on scene, and then we'll head over to the hospital.
Hey, boom.
If you can just inform them that we'll be there shortly after their arrival to take their statement.
I can just wait here. They're all pretty stable.
They firm.
Did a grid search. I didn't see anything else in this whole area. There was some.
There is something over here. Take a photo of it. There's also a few things up here. And right here as well, and I think we're good after that.
Hello, officers.
Hello. Hmm.
862 evidence has been collected.
Tango 64, 76, CMC, 347s.
Dispatch 130, 76, CMC.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, bro?
I just-
Is it dangerous here?
3 individuals just got beat up. However, your window tints are way too dark.
What the heck?
Okay, alright.
Get it. I need to be able to see you from out here. Stay safe. All right.
It's unfortunate. Hard-working blue-collar individuals getting robbed, trying to make an honest living.
Yep, happens every day, unfortunately.
Yep.
You know, I'm just gonna go out on a
Hello?
just a quick or invisible or something. Like what
Right.
the hell? Feel
Stop
like
right in the
we
middle
don't
of the road.
exist.
Okay, you don't stop in the middle of the road. Are you okay? Do you need medical attention?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure. All right, I'm Officer Matt Rhodes.
Nice to meet you.
All right, stay safe out there.
You too.
So I can see there being a lot of issues with this, but just a quick idea, like as a cadet, I would 100% sit down at sanitation or Mosley's or like somewhere like that, like all day. You know, it's like something part of the cadet program, like do your community service hours, go down and sit at sanitation. I can obviously see there being issues with like, you know, having weapons involved and robberies and safety and all that stuff, but just a quick idea thrown out there.
The issue is that not every cadet is as experienced as y'all, which is why we have PPOs who, you know, we can sort of vouch for their ability to do their job alone. Hello. Good morning.
Hey, Heidi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, you know, just dealing with 3 people who got beat up.
Yeah, blue collar workers got stabbed and robbed trying to make an honest living, put food on the table for their family. You know how it is. Absolutely sad to see.
All right.
What's it looking like? Am I gonna make it?
You're broken all over. So I'm just gonna cover you in splints, okay?
I know.
Your
Oh
whole body's gonna be
no.
in a pressure bandage.
Am I gonna be able to feed my family?
Yeah, you'll be able to move around pretty well. It's just gonna be
Oh, okay.
incredibly painful.
Oh. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Do
One
do
more.
do.
Just for good luck.
Okay.
Alright, Doc, I've got to head out. I've left
Thank
notes
you,
on
Blair.
each of the patients.
You're an angel, thank you.
Alright, guys. Thanks for your help back there.
Thank you.
You guys need anything, just call me up radio.
Will do.
Hey,
Oh God,
So
where
to
all these
start a
policemen come
report,
from?
they did say they were robbed for a cap. So should I put robbery at sanitation?
It doesn't
Helmet?
doesn't
my
really
private
matter.
escort.
You can sort out the title afterwards once you get more context.
Okay.
For right now, you can literally
Which
just
location is that
three individuals be
911?
down
Yes.
at sanitation.
Hell yeah.
Very painful, but I'll survive.
You're
All right, I'll take the
broken.
statement from the first
Okay,
individual if y'all want to
copy.
take it from the other two.
Echo 14
All right,
en
sir.
route,
Could I
latest
have a conversation with you over here?
Can you tell him
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
en route,
All right.
please?
The report is 265.
Specifically, hide the
I'm broken, Rhodes. I'm broken.
Well,
All right.
all right. Give me just a moment.
You're gonna need to speak to the guy in the green,
Okay.
but I'll give him my point of view.
All right. So do you have some ID with you?
Dispatch 131
Oh,
traffic
yes, yes, yes.
westbound Highway
Yeah,
Avenue.
see
with a
that.
White and green Group 6 truck. Power.
All right. And do you have a phone number in case we need to reach out to you for any, any additional context?
So yes, sir. Here you go.
All right. Perfect. Now what happened?
All right. So I was running sanitation with this guy for the past 4 hours of my life. And then as soon as we were done, I was going to my car, and then all I hear is, wrench him, wrench him. I was like, huh? So I go to check, and I see this guy getting ganged up on by like 5 people or some shit. Right? And I was like, and he was getting robbed. I was like, nah, what the hell?
Dispatch, Echo
We worked hard for this
14,
shit, man. You know what I mean?
23, latest
So I
911, card 6
you know,
near South Boulevard.
I wrenched one of them,
No comment.
and then the rest is fucking ganged up on me.
Fuck if I know, bro. Sanitation man number 9.
All right.
But
Now, when you wrenched the individual, did they fall to the ground?
yes, it was one lady.
Okay. And where did that occur? Was it on the lower section where you guys were at? Was it on
No,
the upper
near the
section by like the recycling bit? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did collect some DNA from that area.
I got you.
Yes.
Did somebody move the 3 of you into that area?
I'll be sure to
Yes.
give you those services.
Got it. And was it them?
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right, just a moment. And were all 3 of you robbed as a result?
Yes. I lost
Got it.
everything. How could they do this, Rods?
What'd they take off you?
All my mats. All my materials.
All right. And if you
I-
had to give a rough estimate as to what you had, is that something you'd be able to recall or?
350 circuit boards and like 49 alloy tube. That's all I really cared about. That's all I looked at.
So 350 circuit boards, 49 alloy tubes.
Yes. Yes. Something like that.
Got it. And do you have a description of any of the individuals?
Just a sanitation worker number 1, sanitation worker number 2, sanitation worker number 3, and so on and so forth. I could not get a good look on them.
Perfect. Okay. So they didn't take any cash. They didn't take anything beyond the materials that you had. So this was very clearly a targeted, we're robbing these people for their materials and we're out of here.
That's what it felt like.
All right. Got it. Did you see what
This is what
vehicle they were in?
happens. No. They were in the back. They were walking.
Right between the gap, putting all the pressure on my butt cheeks.
Where did I hear that? All right. And do you recall if any of them had any accents or anything to that extent?
Realized I was just yelling really loud.
No, they seem pretty normal.
All right, got this all written down. Beyond that, do you have any additional details that you think would be relevant? Ooh. Oh,
That's them. They're back. No, not that I can remember. They got pretty much everything.
Okay, got it. All right, perfect. If that's the case, I appreciate your cooperation. I'll make sure this is written down in the report. And should we find any, you know, if we were to find an individual dressed as a sanitation worker, coincidentally with 350 circuit boards and 49 alloy
Probably
tubes?
have way more since they robbed the other guys as well.
Wait, was it the same person that went through your pockets? They went through all three people's?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. We'll figure out what was taken from the other people and go from there. Can you actually do me a favor? Can you verify the SIM card in your phone to ensure it is still your number?
Oh, yes.
Yes, as in you've already verified?
Yeah,
And,
it's
okay, perfect.
067. Yeah, I don't change it.
All right, perfect. All right, if that's the case, you are, you're free to go. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. I am going to go speak with the other officers and figure out what information they've obtained.
Hey, can I get a basic health check, please?
Okay, I'll do. You go.
How are
catch
you
them
asking for a
thugs.
basic health check already?
Oh, you got a little bruise
He's
going
mentally
on.
damaged now. Save me,
Uh,
Rod. Save me. Go get him.
I'm going to try.
Oh, hold on. Can you one more? So as you're getting on top of the ledge, you got shanked?
Yeah. By, like,
Okay.
somebody else.
I mean, you were running towards somebody who had gotten assaulted, like towards the scrapper?
No, so the one who was running away, I was like, this got to be the person who just, like, you know, is doing all this damage. You know, trying to get like an ID on him or see who, you know.
Where was that individual running towards?
So let's just say, so you know where you picked this up?
Yeah, in the corner?
Right there, and you see where the grinder is. Would let's just say the grinder would be like right here.
Yeah.
And like this is the corner. He went like this, boom.
So right,
But I
like
lost
right
him,
around
yeah.
the corner by the
Yeah, he went
staircase?
right around the. Yeah, he went.
Okay,
yeah, by the
that's
staircase, yeah.
that's good information. We did get
then-
some blood from that area.
Yeah, so he ran, and that's all I got for you. Because after that, well, I got hit.
Okay,
You
so
know who this
as you're
person was,
climbing
or
up,
any identifying information on them?
No, it all happened so fast. You know, all I can tell you is they had sanitation vests. That's it. That's what made it so confusing. I couldn't tell you really.
were they wearing? Would you be able to determine if they were wearing like the green high vis?
They were
mechanic outfits?
Everybody was. I couldn't tell you. It all happened so fast and it was dark.
Gotcha.
All I
Oh,
know
it was
is
dark
it's high
out.
vis. That's it. Yeah.
Do
Now, what
you
was your name,
remember
sir?
how many people that you seen?
Well, like, so the moment it all went down, like everybody who was working just like scattered like ants. You know, they were just all over the place. So I don't know who was who or what was what. All I
How
know is
many
I
people
know
did
I
you
hit
witness
one of them.
assault your friends, or how many people did you witness? If you could put a number
So
on it,
if
like
it
with
was-
weapons.
If it was up to me, I'd say it was only like 2. But then I think it was like 5 because everybody just started running around.
Okay. You have an
I
ID on
don't
you?
know, like, yes.
Can we see that?
Oh wait, no, did they take it off me? Oh no, I still got it. Yes. Boom. That's me.
All right. Thanks for that, Mr. Cooper. I know this is gonna be a very personal question, but for this investigation, we do have DNA samples, blood that was collected on scene. For the sake of process of elimination and us determining who was on the upper portion, who the suspects could be, would you consent to a DNA swab at the Mission Row PD?
At this hour, like right now.
Not at this exact moment, but I would ask it for the sake of our investigation. It would be imperative. It would be very important to have your DNAs for the process of elimination of ruling out whose blood we don't have, for example.
Right. At this time, I don't feel comfortable.
Not a problem. If you do change your mind later on down the road, you could come down to the lobby, and as I mentioned, it would really help our investigation with determining who was the 2 suspects down on scene. Because you mentioned that the guy who was turning the corner was the guy who potentially was assaulting you. We have DNA from there, but we have a lot of other samples that we
It
need
could
to
also
rule
just
out,
be
right?
Yeah, it could also be a victim, you know? Maybe
Yeah.
he got hurt and he was running away.
Right. So,
Yeah,
if that you do feel like doing that, that's fine. But if you could just show me your ID one more time, I need a.
Yeah. So latest 911 roads.
Here you go.
What about it?
The last three.
Mm,
I'd say there's 76. I don't know if we should.
we have to conclude this before we can deal with that.
Okay, firm.
Okay, guys. Is that all you need from me tonight?
If there's any other information or anything you think would be pertinent to us, I guess.
Phone number.
Sure. Why not?
See, I thought that was like a smart play on words. I thought chili like.
All right. You ready for it?
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
420-084.
Yeah, I get it now.
5637.
Have a good night, baby. Baby Officer Forte.
All right. The only reason why I have this, just in case we get any of these guys in custody or we have any follow-up questions, I'll give you a call. I'll list your phone number on the report. That way, if needed, we can get some clarity on anything that may come about.
Okay. Thank you.
Other than that, you're
All right,
free to go,
guys.
sir.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Dispatch Echo 14 clear. Patient shots for 10-8.
Save the report, and then we'll go over to the vehicle and discuss everything.
10-4.
Have a good one.
You guys as well. You babies gotta listen to words, okay?
My spots will fade away eventually.
I think Heidi was the one at our academy.
She was.
Yeah, I thought I remembered her.
All right, so we're gonna head over to Mission Row, because we do have evidence to run.
I feel like the one thing at the moment that I'm a little in the gray about is so I know there's certain like priority calls and stuff, and like at what moment do we cut a scene for certain stuff? I understand like robberies are way up there, but
It depends on circumstance. If somebody is actively being shot, the reason you should always ask for contact information first is because if we need a break immediately, we can at least reach out to the person, right? But if you don't get the contact information, we need a break, we're then delayed on the basis that you have to obtain the additional information, document it, and then can respond to a 78 call, for example.
okay. Yeah, like 78s, I know. Same with like it seems like the laundromat stuff.
Well, laundromat stuff, we're not going to stop speaking to a victim of a prior crime to go and respond to. There should be units, hopefully, that can respond to that and at least hold off until we've concluded, you know, what we need to. Verify. All right, it's locked. Let's.
My initial impression on when that popped off, like, oh shit, is that something we should let this guy go and get down there? But then I was thinking,
that's
like,
what I was
what's
wondering,
the
For which call
down there?
specifically?
The guy with the firearm at Mosley's. Whenever we were arresting the guy for the revoke.
There were sufficient units to deal with that. So we were good on that front. Again, we unfortunately can't drop everything that we're doing, because if we do, we'll never be able to conclude a single situation in its entirety from start to finish.
Right.
It'll get interrupted every single time. Now, again, if it were a 78 call, an officer was being shot at or something like that, that would definitely take priority. But the reality is, this is going to sound terrible, but if you see somebody getting beat with the wrench, that's not a 78 call. That's a 77. Right? Now, if that person then starts running towards the officer, that's a 78 call because the likelihood of the officer getting injured as a result fairly high. But if it becomes a situation where, again, something is happening to somebody else that is not a police officer, it is not an all hands on deck necessarily. And again, I know that sounds terrible, but it is the reality.
Yeah.
We should never hear a 78 call because a civilian got struck by a wrench that's still a 77.
Okay, so basically it's just the 78 calls or where that takes the precedent over almost any scenario.
Correct. But it specifically needs to be, for example, I've heard EMS call for 78s at Senior Buns when somebody got hit by a wrench. That is not correct. It's still a 77 call at the end of the day. Now, assume that it was an officer that got hit with a wrench. That is a 78 call. A 78 is essentially an officer is in immediate danger, not necessarily a civilian. And again, I know it sounds terrible. Saying it out loud sounds terrible, but it's the reality.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, come this way.
47 to check it out.
Oh, apologies. There we go. All right, we are going to head up to the evidence.
Oh,
evidence
my
lab.
keys,
Oh, yep,
broke.
same this way. Ugh.
I guess I was just wondering because it's City Hall and if the mayor is under threat, would that be a different story?
Not necessarily. I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it would. But at the same time, again, it goes back to like we need to start concluding what we're actively dealing with. We can't drop everything on a dime.
Yeah.
What would be the one thing, like, what would be a scenario where we should, other than like a 78, where we should?
It's hard to say because it all depends on the circumstances surrounding the scenario. If we have, let's say, 3, 4, 5 available units while you're dealing with you know the situation that you're dealing with where somebody's under arrest, you don't necessarily have to break off, right? Because there should be sufficient units to deal with that and not have to interrupt what you're currently dealing with. If there is only, you know, if there are no 77s, if there is one 77, and they've confirmed that they have the individual, and it is very clear that there isn't additional backup, you can then start weighing whether or not the situation you're actively dealing with outweighs that situation. But especially as cadets, right, it would be hard for me to evaluate from start to finish scenarios if we're continuously breaking from one to the next to the next to the next without completing the prior one. So I'm glad that we didn't break off, and I'm glad they had sufficient units to deal with the situation there, because going into processing, there were things that needed to be cleared up, teachable moments, if you will, that I think will stick with y'all and won't be an issue moving forward, but are like very necessary to know. And had we not have processed that person, guess what? We would not have had that teachable moment, right?
Yep.
Somebody could have gotten stabbed.
Yeah.
Very well could have.
Mm-hmm. All right, this way. Beep
boop. Beep boop boop. Kind of like that SpongeBob episode.
I actually need to clarify. With evidence lockers. Actually, give me a second. I have to call Barrick. But in the meantime, you should be able to place all of the DNA samples you had gotten in the report locker with the number associated. And I will be right back. Excuse me. Sorry.
Hello.
Barrick, I have a question.
I might have answer.
Okay, so we're running evidence, right? Blood samples. Are we keeping it in the evidence locker in the evidence drop area where they're, you know, the people are processing it in the back? Or are we then moving it back out to our...
No, everything should just be held in the drop.
Okay,
the drop
counterpoint.
locker.
What if it then gets escalated.
Echo 1423 latest.
You have to move
48
everything, and there's an
Joshua
option to
Road.
do that.
Hold on 1 second. In the lab?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So, hold on 1 second. Hey, what's the report number for this?
2669.
Perfect. There's quite a few things here. Just a moment.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to report except the EMS call and arrival.
Close this out.
Same as your guys'.
So, moving forward, all evidence is being processed through there, and those are the lockers we are.
Yeah. Regardless of everything, if everything shows up in the report or not, because only forensic stuff will.
How do we access
everything needs
these
to be
lockers
punted once.
outside of the evidence drop area?
You can.
Oh. Okay.
Not at this time, anyway.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
All right. I will.
That's a good
I'm going to continue with my FTOing. Thank you.
All right. Yep.
Bye.
That's why I was trying to like.
Hey,
interject a
Mr.
little bit, but I
Cooper,
didn't
it's
wanna step
Officer
on your
Sterling
toes.
Silver, the guy you were just talking to. Hey, I'm doing the report just out of curiosity. What was stolen from you exactly? Did any of your colleagues have anything stolen?
Yeah.
Okay, if you could just have them get a hold of me, send me a text or something like that, we'll get the stolen items documented on the report. Okay, no worries. Appreciate
I
you.
think Matt has it in there. 350 circuit boards, 49 alloy tubes.
Correct. My individual lost 350 circuit boards, 49 alloy tubes.
I think that's the same one because the other gentleman didn't want to give us anything. He didn't want to talk to us.
And my suspect stated he didn't get anything stolen. Hello, Sterling Silver. Hey, Mr. Cooper. Well, and just to confirm, what we have documented was 350 circuit boards and 49 alloy tubes. Is that the totality and everything? 50 alloy tubes to be exact. Okay. All right. We're getting everything documented. We do have some blood samples. Just keep in mind what I said about the DNA, because yeah, we do have some good stuff going with the DNA. So, all right, no worries on that though. I know it's a personal decision. It's something that's very personable to some people. Just if you change your mind, you got my number. Okay. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, Mr. Cooper.
Did we not get a statement at all from the other individual?
Nope. He didn't want to provide us anything.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. He said the information I'll give you guys will help. See you later. And walked off.
To be fair, we didn't ask for his name though. Maybe he would have at least given us an ID. But it did seem like he was like.
It sounded like in general it looked like Zakid.
I never met. It's an interesting name.
It did not sound like Zakid.
What was that?
It did not sound like him.
It didn't?
Not at all. Zakid kind of sounds like he's like a British or Australian. I've met him a couple times.
Dispatch Echo 14 en route TMC.
I mean, I heard a little bit of London in that accent. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and he also had the pink hair.
He did have the pink hair.
Just with a hat on.
It was the victim in this one had like cornrows, and Zakid more or less has like braids.
Well, I mean,
But I do
people are able to change it. Let me call up Zakid.
I'm trying to. His line is busy.
Oh, damn. Well, we'll it's fine. It's fine.
I don't know. The few times I've met Zakid, he's very talkative.
Depends on circumstance.
That is true. I've never met him while policing.
Is it okay if I run into the bathroom real quick, like 2-3 minutes?
Sure. The Zakid's DNA is on file.
Okay, I think it would have shown up then with all the samples we got. I haven't really done the DNA too much, so I'm not sure how that works. This will be like my second time doing it.
So essentially, what you would do, you have to sort of work. Actually, hold on.
I see now though in the report that
If you search the DNA under profiles, it'll come up.
if you look in the report now, it actually put Zanzius is right on there. Like his state ID number is right next to one of the samples. And he was one of the
Let me see.
So it has like the blood and then the DNA, string of DNA, and then there's his state IDs at the end.
Yeah.
Which that seems like a
It doesn't seem to be consistent though, because Zakid's is on file, and it matches.
Oh wow, it does. That is very interesting.
Five 5845. What the fuck?
Radio check.
10-2.
We have any units that can respond at 911?
The interesting thing is none of what I see.
We're still gathering the statements from the original 911 regarding the situation.
Okay, do y'all see? Hold on. Maybe in the evidence tab, do you guys see anything referencing the evidence that was just put in?
For 2669?
Copy.
Like, I see the evidence on the right-hand side, but if you go to the evidence tab off to the left, I don't see...
No, I do not.
Something's wrong. Because the only thing that got applied there was...
As we finish, we will head straight up to Sandy.
This, hold on.
I only see images in there at this point, though. I don't see, like, DNA.
Oh, wait.
EMS is willing to stage situation.
Actually, the first one I see actually is DNA, which is ours.
Dispatch 131 clear, City Hall 76 to latest 911.
Yeah, none of what was submitted is coming up at... Okay.
Please no MBT issues today.
I wonder if it's because we put it on a report, but you would think that any evidence would get booked, right?
Well, why would my guys automatically return to his state ID, but not Zakid, whose is an identical match, I believe?
Yeah, and yours isn't even showing in there. The only one I see is the one that's 343X in the middle segment.
Yeah, I definitely say something's broken. We need to talk to our evidence technician and tell him, hey, I mean, your job.
It was all, my concern is that if you look at the MDT to the left-hand side under evidence, none of it has showed up. The exception of... Yeah, the one with the X, right?
Yep.
I don't... What if I... Hold up.
Tango 64, 76, latest 911.
That is really weird. It wouldn't like mess it up, say if you were to throw them in the locker a little too fast, or if you were to like remove them and re-put them in.
I don't believe so. Because they're all documented properly. They should show up under the evidence thing, but they're not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of them and I'm going to re-add them, excluding the one with the X. Not that I think it's causing an issue, but actually, you know what? I'm going to not put the 41101, and then I'm going to redo all of them.
Dispatch 130 Sandy, code 6.
Yeah, even hit the reset button on my MDT to see if it would do anything. It's still the same thing.
MS from PD.
Send it.
It should be code for you guys to roll into Sandy.
Okay, I'm rolling in.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Yeah, I don't quite know what's going on. Something ain't right. None of it's coming up. All right, let me put it in.
Do you remember the first one that you put in, Sterling? Was it that 41101? So I'm wondering if maybe if you gotta like, wait like 5 seconds between each piece of evidence or something, so the system has time to process it. Or...
No, the issue is they're not showing up under evidence at all. Like on the evidence field within the report, yes, but the evidence. Y'all remember during Academy how I had y'all edit the like description or title? Correct. They're not even displayed under there, and they always show up under there for stuff like this. So I'm curious, like again, something ain't right. I don't know what it is.
Right.
Something ain't right.
Hopefully we aren't the first ones to notice it if it's happened to somebody else. So that would not be good. Mr. ZS wants you to call him, Matt.
Hello.
This is Officer
Oh
Rhodes.
my
How can I help?
God. What the fuck? Listen, I got his name.
Who?
The guy that fucking robbed me.
Oh, who is it?
Okay. You have a pencil and a paper?
I have a tablet and some fingers.
Okay. Ah, look at you, all technological and shit, man. Okay.
Yeah.
I see you. Listen.
I'm listening.
I want you to get this guy, throw everything at him, all right? He says something, give him fucking terrorism. Okay? Listen, his name is Ivan Silverstone. Keep it off the records, though. I'm not a snitch.
Okay, so you got his name wrong.
Why?
You mean Ivan? What'd you say it was?
Silverstone, Sliverstone, something like that.
So it's not exactly Silverstone. Do you mean like Silverstov?
Some shit like that.
Okay, all right.
Is that it?
Well, that is somebody. Yeah.
Do you know him?
I'm aware of them.
Is he a thug?
He drives a fast Dominator.
Ah. So he thinks he owns the world, no?
Probably. Y'all
No,
didn't see a Dominator there?
No, I mean, no, we were in the back.
Okay.
All I saw was sanitation trucks.
Okay, so how'd you get this info?
People talk.
People talk?
People talk.
That's all you gonna give me?
Listen, I mean, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, listen.
I'll see what I can do.
The lick they got is insane. Over 600 materials. So, somebody is speaking, and then I got that. Okay, but listen, off the books. Okay, off the books.
Understood. I appreciate you giving me the information.
You get them, you let me know. All right.
Will do.
And if you find him, and if he doesn't have my materials, I want to sue him or some shit. Can I do that or no?
You could. You would have to prove it though.
Ah.
So that becomes a whole different ball game.
All right. Well, that's impossible.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll try to figure it out.
Yes. Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So that was Zahn who told me he found out who it was. He said it was Ivan. He originally said like Silverstone or something, but that's not who he's actually indicating. He's indicating Ivan Selverstov, which is Seliverstov. I know Ivan. I've run into Ivan. He owns a Dominator that I've seen a few times. And he was present when I was sold my ingot with Bouchard. So
I remember that. They told me about that.
yeah.
You
So the
paid
thing is,
$20K for that thing.
don't listen. Good luck finding one in stock. Okay.
I don't have to. I have a Sultan.
What was that?
I don't have to worry about it. I have a Sultan.
Ugh. Okay. Here's the thing. He said he wanted this off the record. Now I am not of the mindset that, we should throw this in. He pretty much said, I'll tell you this, but I don't want it on the record, which to me says he doesn't want it on paper, because let's say we did put it on paper. Let's say we did arrest this Ivan person who was coincidentally selling exactly the amount of materials that were, sold. And let's say 5 days from now, his DNA gets on file and his DNA is one of the ones that was on scene, right? He gets arrested. He gets an attorney. They FOIA the report. They find out Zahn was the one who said it, right?
Yep.
That becomes problematic. Now, yes, we could technically do it. But I'm a person who works under the, general, you work with me, I work with you, right? If the only way you're going to provide me information is by me not putting it necessarily on the record, but at least pointing me in the right direction, I will honor that. There are some people who would not. But the reality is those people are never going to be able to work alongside the people who gave them information if they betrayed that trust. I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do something or not do something, if you work with me, I'm either going to do or not do exactly what I stated, right? Again, each officer is different, but for me, I don't intend on putting this in a report, but I am communicating it with the other people involved in this case. So that if either of you who are directly related to this case, hear anything about that person again, you can at least try to, get some red tape or, put some,
Yep.
be able to connect stuff essentially. Now,
So how would we kind of note that down? Just on our own personal notes, I guess?
Pretty
Since
much,
you don't wanna
yeah,
put it on there?
for the most part.
Is there any opportunity to like redact some information within the actual police report?
Yes, if it's tagged as ongoing. But overall, if he doesn't want it anywhere on paper, for me personally, I'm not jotting it down anywhere on the MDT. Just again on the basis that if that report were FOIA'd and that was released as, this name was provided, that person's never going to speak to us again.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Right.
And I know
That
which
is
of
very
the two evils is lesser for me. Which is, I would rather not have something officially on paperwork. Sorry, I was coughing.